Hello everybody, welcome back to another vlog. And we're starting today's vlog on the iPhone. Woohoo! So it's about 11 o'clock. I'm heading out right now to go bring in the ponies. As you guys know, I've already brought in 2 of them, and then the one that's currently on stall rest is already inside. 3 horses to go because I have 1 less down. But it looks like it's going to be a beautiful day today here in Georgia. It keeps going from being like 70 to like freezing cold to 70. I don't know what our weather is with this year, but at least it's gonna be a sunny day. I've been working on my custom orders, and I'll show you my customs when I get inside. Ready? Alright guys, I'm back inside now and I'm getting to work. So I want to show you guys what my plan is tonight for crochet. It's 4:40, so as you guys know, right now with the current setup with the horses and everything, I am going out to the barn about 5:30 to do medication to ice feet. And today I was actually supposed to have a meeting with somebody who was coming to my barn to look at some things. I feel like this is going to be easier to explain if I like showed you, so maybe if I go outside and it's still light out, I'll try and record it, but I have something that I want to alter and whatnot. Long story short, I don't know if it's gonna be a possibility. I guess I'll update you guys if it is a possibility, because the person's not gonna come tonight now, they're gonna come tomorrow. I am working on finishing up a few things. So I did finish up one thing for the really big order. I just made this tiny little raven right here. I had made another one of these and I think I used Premiere and I gave it to the store because I like hadn't sold it. Didn't have this order yet. I did end up though making this in Sweet Snuggles Light. It's a little bit of a weird skein for some reason. A lot of black Sweet Snuggles Light that I have is like trash. I keep telling you guys, I am just like on a mission to try and use up some of these yarns that I don't really want to use anymore, or that like I don't really use a lot of. So I decided to use this, and yeah, it was, like I said, it was a little trashy. But I got this guy done because I wanted to make it in Sweet Snuggles Light because I have to make a rooster, and I make the roosters. I think I might still have someone left over. I might have to check my bag, but those are typically in Sweet Snuggles Light, so I wanted it to be about the same size. I'm assuming these might be going to similar people. So I got this guy. That's another thing off my list. Now what I'm working on tonight is this horse. So this is outside of that really big custom order. This is somebody who I have done, this would be like 4th plushie for her. The others have all been her own personal horses that I have done portraits of when they have passed away. And then one of her friends, her horse passed away, and so she contacted me about making a plushie kind of like hers to match. So this is what I have so far. I feel like with this plushie in particular, it's like once the eyelashes are in, which I have not put the eyelashes in, and once the hair is on, it's all cute. But it kind of goes through this really ugly stage because the head for this guy always looks so big compared to the body. Once hair is on, all the finishing pieces, it's cute. I still gotta add nostrils and everything. I'm just trying to decide if I want to do a solid color nostril or two-tone it. Like the photo, I'll probably need to two-tone it. I'm gonna start working on putting the hair on him, and this is made out of Knotty Pony. I did use some Sweet Snuggles Light since I don't have this color in Knotty Pony yet, but I did use Knotty Pony for the body. It's so soft. So funny because this skein of Sweet Snuggles Light or Chanel Home is so starchy. Oh my god, it's a pain to work with. But it's so starchy. It's like you feel this and it's like got that texture, and then the body, since it's Knotty Pony, is like so good. So I was really excited to be able to use Knotty Pony. Whenever I get to use it, it's just like so soft and easy to crochet with. I feel like I actually crochet faster because a lot of times when I work with stiff yarn, I crochet so working with this, I was like, man, this is like taking me no time at all. So I have all of this to be able to do the mane and the tail. So I'm gonna get started on that today. What I ended up doing this morning is I'm making this like Snoopy It's like really big. It's kind of like beach themed, I think. But I'm making the Snoopy, and you guys know I have this thing about white colored yarn. I did work with the white colored yarn downstairs, but I was clean. And then when I came back inside from the barn, I was like, okay, I can't touch it. And then I took a shower. So I either have to decide if I want to do something, or I could do some parts, and we'll see. I did get the head done. I feel like I've mentioned this in other videos. We need to start the counter of, wow, this turned out way bigger than I thought it was going to be. I was not expecting Snoopy's head to be this size. There's a great possibility that I undercharged or underpriced these custom pieces, but because of the fact that I required payment up front due to the size of this order, I can't change it. But at least the next time I kind of know how big these things are going to turn out, so then if I offer them again, I'll have a better idea on price points. But his head turned out massive. So I still have a lot of pieces left to make of this, and I'm really happy that I decided to use a thinner yarn. I'm actually using Parfait Chunk. No, I'm using Honey Bunny. It's Honey Bunny. And this white yarn is very stiff. It's like, I don't even know. I don't even know how I have my stitches as like just consistent as I tried to, because stiff yarn to me is so hard to keep consistent stitches because of the fact that like sometimes it just like won't move, and I hate having tight tension on stiff yarn. It's just always so much more of a pain. And I'm like religiously going to use a 4.5mm no matter what. So even if it's like the stiffest, most disgusting yarn in the world, I'm like 4.5mm. I love the bird. So I got his head done. Now I'm not certain like what else I'm gonna do for him. I know this particular pattern requires a ton of sewing. Everything is sewn. So it's gonna be his head, and then it's like he has this like sitting, like he's sitting, and then I have to make sunglasses for him, a little coconut pool floaty. This is going to be a very hefty piece, and definitely not a piece that I'm gonna be completing like anytime soon. It might become like a morning piece, and then the afternoons I'll do other things. But I did at least get the head done, and I think the most stitches per round in this was 60 something. So definitely not the smallest guy, and that's what I'm saying. I'm happy that I ended up deciding to use Honey Bunny, because this thing would be massive if it was in like a bigger weight yarn, like a Sweet Snuggles light or something. Oh my goodness, could you imagine how big this would be? It'd be huge, and I'm not about that life. I'm not married to the idea that plushies have to be huge. I think there's like a certain degree where they start getting like too big, and then they kind of lose some of the cuteness, and sometimes too big I lose some of the details. So I'm not married to using big yarns just to make huge plushies. But yeah, I think I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna work on this guy, work some more on the mane, because I do need to ship this one out, and since this is another order and I literally just have this, like this is the only piece for it, I could easily get this out tomorrow. So I think that's gonna be my plan. But this is definitely by far the best horse pattern, or the horse pattern that I personally like to make. I've made at least 10 plushies this year in this style. It's definitely my favorite horse I've done. But I will see you guys later. Good morning, everybody, from the cats. Honey already ran out. We have Bumble. Bunny is sitting right here. Girl, if you wanted, you should have stayed inside, right? She was like, the door's open. And then look, this has become Bee's new favorite spot. Every single morning, this is where she is. I have to clean up all this fun stuff, but oh my gosh, Bumble, you are the cutest thing ever. Oh, Bumble. Are you coming down, Bumby? Okay. Okay. Let's see, Bumble. Bumby. Oh my goodness gracious. Bumble. Bumpy. And there's Honey. Oh, everyone's making so much noise. So many conversations to be had this morning. Yeah. Gonna have a good day, Bumble. The best day. There she goes. Full freedom. Right, Bumpy? Oh. She said, wait a minute. This is better. Yeah. Okay, dang girl. I mean, look at that pose. Good morning, bunny. Going out? Well, good morning, everybody. It is now the 5th, and I'm checking on here today because I'm getting ready to pack up this order, but I want to show you guys this I order. Definitely need to put this in a box. So I'm gonna get this pretty much like packed up and everything else, and then I have like small boxes over at the barn, and I'm just gonna bring all this stuff over when I go pack orders and everything for Knotty Pony. But I'm gonna show you guys that this person ordered. Funnily enough, this was like the biggest website order I had until last night, because then last night I got like an even bigger website order and I was freaking out. So thank you guys so much. If you decide to like support me, it blows my mind every single day when people like order yarn or they buy things from my website. Like, it's insanity to me. It makes me want to cry, and I'm not an emotional person. I don't know, guys. It just kills me. Got this one done last night, so then I can start working on this other big one, and I'm gonna show you guys the eyes. So this is the first one. At some point, I'm gonna like sit down and actually make nice cards, but I need to get like a printer, I think, that maybe has color or something. My printer's super old, so she have a little problems. So the first one is indigo, the second one with white pupils is candy, third is topaz, I believe, and then the bottom two are emeralds, and then those are all 30 millimeters, which I love when I get to paint 30 millimeters. My absolute favorite. And then this is all Fury. So we have 4 of the 30 millimeter Fury and then 135. I love that one. It's like nice that it just shifts from like gold to green and everything. Pretty much all of the glitters I use for my always have some type of shifting. Like, I definitely am a bigger fan of like shifting glitters than I am like the solid color ones, like I don't know what it is. I don't know what type of glitter it is, but I definitely like shifting, contrasting colors. I can't help it. I love it. And then this last card is all 25 millimeters. So we have Starlight, Topaz, Carnival, Moonlight, and then Aqua. It's so funny to me. My last couple orders, I've had so many orders for Topaz, and then I've had so many orders for Carnival. And I mentioned to you guys before when I had that other order, I was like, I never get orders for Carnival and Topaz because they're just like so different from a lot of eyes. Even the eyes that like I typically offer with like the glitter, just because there's more flakes and stuff. But I feel like this order, I had a few Topaz, and then of course Carnival, and then this other order that I just got in, I'm making Carnival, I'm doing Topaz too. So I just found that so funny because for a while I wasn't doing any of them, and I was gonna just like take them off my website because none of them were selling. I've had a couple people order Topaz and have had a couple people order Carnival, so I will leave it on the website. If it starts to not sell again or like people don't like it, I'll take it off. Then this other order that I'll be painting probably starting tonight. The order that I got packed today was for Amber. I know you watch my videos, I'm pretty certain, so thank you so much, and thank you so much for your patience because I have been like so sick, and then like I said, my sickness brain kind of like read things wrong. This one is for Laisha. I might have said that wrong. I apologize. I am like the absolute worst person with names, just as an FYI. So you guys know I have a little bit of a speech problem to begin with, so words kind of get blurry. And then the order that I'm going to start tonight probably is for Anna. This person also ordered yarn too and put in a huge order for yarn, so thank you so much. I am going to get the yarn packed up today, but I will ship the eyes separately because the eyes are going to take me longer to do than the yarn because I make all of my eyes made to order. So I don't have any stock just sitting around. And I went ahead last night and I ordered some more blanks for eyes, and then I am ordering a ton of new glitter. So I'm gonna have more options coming soon. I will have more options on my website when I can sit down and paint kind of like that evolution thing and maybe some other things, but we're gonna have even more coming out. I want to thank you guys. I'm gonna get these packed up. It's 9:15. I need to go downstairs. I need to get breakfast because I've been up for almost 5 hours and still haven't had anything to eat. And then I'll do some crocheting, but probably minimal just given how time is right now and by the time I pack these up. Thank you guys so much. I'll probably check in with you guys later. I mean, I got the hair part done on this horse. I just need to do the tail, and then I'll do the eyes and the nostrils and all the finishing details, and this one will be done. I can get him shipped off probably tomorrow, so that's great. But last night I didn't really do much crocheting. I just sat down and painted these eyes because they do take me a little bit. I'm not the fastest eye painter in the world, I'll be honest. But I will check in with you later. Alrighty everybody, I am checking on to finish the night off strong. So it is 10:06. Wow. And for tonight I decided, you know what? I'm just gonna crochet because the last 3 nights I've painted eyes. I just wanted to crochet today. Just today's been a little all over the place. Isn't that literally every single day? First of all, I started with the toothless. Toothless is really ticking me off. I think I like ever so slightly got the round, like the eyes on like a little bit different rounds. So they're not perfectly symmetrical. So I think I'm gonna have to redo toothless. Ugh, I don't know if you can see. Well, it doesn't look, I don't know. It's like literally barely, this one is like a little bit lower, tiny bit. I'm gonna look at it tomorrow. I think I can actually probably face shape it and get it to look pretty symmetrical, which would be great because I spent a lot of time working on toothless and doing all this type of stuff, and I didn't even realize it until I got like all of the fins sewn on, and I was like, oh my gosh. Here's his body. I always wait until I put the head on to sew like the wings on the toothless, just because for whatever reason I just like to have the head on so I know like placement wise, and sometimes depending on the pattern I'll even tack like the wings up a little bit onto the head. So I just always wait to put the back wings on until later. What I actually ended up doing is I finished the horse. I'm not certain if I showed you guys it, so let me grab it. Here is the finished horse. So I got the tail done, the eyes, nose, really cute. It has like pink on the bottom on one and pink on top on the other. So the horse is done. I gotta send over the square invoice for the person to pay, and then we'll be able to get this shipped out. So this is at least one custom done. And then continuing on to the order. I convinced myself painstakingly to sit here and do all of this embroidery work, and the problem is I think this turned out adorable. Problem is I don't think I want to make this again unless it's for an order. Like if I got a website order for this, I think I'd be good. To make it for market, I don't know. I'd have to charge a good deal, and I don't know if I would want to bring it to a market. Markets are so hard for me because I love to bring like intricate pieces. I love to make the big crazy pieces. Given the fact that I had like so many plushies this year get damaged at markets, when it's small items, I get mad, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't hurt as bad as like large items. And I've had a lot of like large items, like $60+ items get damaged at markets to where I can't sell them and I basically just have to give them away. So it pains me to bring big items to markets. Like I try and bring enough, but I don't know. Like it turned out adorable, but I don't know if I could just bring one to market. Plus it's pretty big. So here is our tiger, and I love how his little head ended up coming out. Gorgeous. So I used 30mm eyes, and I did my Fury eyes. I did my face shaping. I didn't listen to the pattern. I never listened to the patterns. People ask me all the time about face shaping. If you've bought any of my doll patterns come with a video tutorial on how to face shape plushies, and I essentially do the exact same thing to all of my plushies. I don't know if that's why my dolls look so dang similar. Like, my dolls all have the same facial structure. And a lot of my plushies do too. Like, I pretty much face shape pretty much everything nowadays. I used to never face shape, and then I found like my own style, and then oh my goodness, trust me guys, once you figure out how to do it, then you'll always do it. But I just had to figure out like the way that I like to face shape, and I think it's pretty consistent upon my plushies that like literally I think you could put all of my dolls and they all have like the same face, the nose, the indentation. It's like ingrained in these fingers. So we have this one. It's big. It turned out way bigger than I thought, but honestly it just took a little bit because yeah, there is a lot of embroidery on this, and that's always the thing with tiger patterns. They do have a lot of embroidery, but just given since we have such a large plushie, it's even more embroidery. So all these little like feet have these little paw pads, then you kind of do like toes. I didn't stress myself out over getting like everything perfect with the toes and the paw pads. And then stripes, 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 stripes. I don't think the pattern, now that I'm thinking about it, the pattern didn't say anything about stripes down the back. I was like, oh heck yeah, we don't have to do any more stripes down the back. Then we have the tail. And then I use what I always do, especially with this much embroidery work, especially on unstuffed pieces. There is a lot of flexion, and like the tail and the arms aren't fully stuffed, so there's just like a lot of flexion in some of these pieces. I always just add a little bit of this Fabri-Tac glue. It's the same glue that I use with like my dolls and everything. So basically what I ended up doing is just reinforcing all of these, like even here. I didn't do like the paw pads and everything. All of the like stripes, I just went through and like as I was doing them before I would like pull it completely tight, just do like a little line of glue, and that way they'll stay strong. They won't get pulled out just because there is like so much embroidery. I'd be so worried that even if I got something tight, like something would get snagged. But at least I've got a little bit of glue. But I ended up just deciding, I was like, you know what? I don't want to make eyes tonight. I usually give like, I think I have like 10 days is my turnaround time for eyes. I'm definitely going to work on them tomorrow. I just didn't feel like it today. But I decided, you know what? If I'm not going to do that, let's work on something with the order. Now this guy technically isn't done because I am making a rose to go with it. I do need to make the red rose at some point, but the amount of time it takes me to take a red rose, like I have made so many roses since I started crocheting. I'm not that worried about that. This was definitely going to be like the time-consuming part of that. At least I got it done, and that's another plushie done, and this is, like I said, this is one of the big ones. I made this out of Honey Bunny, as I said before. I can only imagine how big this would be if you were using a Sweet Snuggles light. This thing would be huge. It's definitely big in Honey Bunny, so I can only imagine what it would be like in the thicker yarn. But that's pretty much what I had to update you guys with. I pretty much kind of spent today working on trying to wrap up some of my pieces just so I could get them completed, because I had like a lot of body parts, like I said before, lying everywhere. I didn't get much done on like Snoopy or anything. I'll work on them probably tomorrow, or I'll see which one I need to start next. I'm just ticking slowly off that list, but it's about 10:15 now, so I am gonna head to bed so I can get to bed hopefully by 10:45 by the time I'm done posting things, and I'll probably check in with you guys tomorrow. One out. Oh my goodness, guys. Good morning. Got to turn the water off. Good morning, everybody. No, BB. Bumble. Bunny. Good morning, Bumble. Bunny? Can you see me, girl? Kind of. And honey, what are you doing? A very foggy morning. Well, good morning, everybody. It is now Wednesday, I believe. I am headed over. There's one of my dogs. They're both hanging out here. I'm headed over to the barn. I got the ice packs to put the ice boots on one of the horses and check on him. It's the horse that's currently on stall rest. So he's been on stall rest for like a week. We'll see how much longer it lasts. I put the ice boots on while I bring in the horses, so he gets like 30 minutes in it, and then take him off when I'm done. But check on him, give him lunch, put everyone's lunch down, and see how you doing, buddy? It's like, I'm ready to eat my lunch. All right, guys, he's got his food, his ice boots on, and now we are going to go start bringing in his friends. He's been such a good boy with being inside my barn alone for like over a week. He's been on stall rest. Let me tell you, if it was any other horse, they would be like absolutely losing their minds. First of all, being inside for a week and not being able to go outside at all, and then being without any friends, especially since my barn is there. My pastures are there, so he can't even really see anybody, but he has been so good. If it was Sloan, Sloan would have to be on like, sorry, my horses want to come inside. Sloan would have to be on so much sedatives to keep him inside like that. But this horse is like perfect. He doesn't need anything. He's just amazing. It's getting really hot now. It's supposed to be 70 degrees. That's crazy for January. I'm gonna have to take some layers off. Hopefully we'll get a little cold again. I mean, I don't want it to be 70 degrees in the winter time, because that means we'll be really messed up for summer. And my hair is so long. I need to cut it all off. I need to pull a Britney Spears up in here. Literally, Frey. Look at her. She's mad that I'm taking too long. Imagine that's what you see at 4:50 in the morning. Just these teeth down the wall. It's like The Shining. Alrighty, everybody, I'm in the barn doing night check. Wow, you can really tell my hair's getting long, guys. I need to cut it all off. But the problem is, it gets warm and I'm like, shave it. And then, in like 4 days, then it's back freezing cold. And you know, when it's 20-something degrees and you're out in it all day, having a little hair, it's not a bad thing. And it always looks worse in hat, but it's not really cold enough for me to like feel like I should wear a beanie. I'm only wearing this because, well, I'm in shorts and a tank top beneath it. It's not like it's that much warmer for me. But guys, I am out here. I am getting the barn situated for night check. Went ahead and got the ice boots on the one pony, and then let's turn on the cat's water. I like to do this before the cats come in because I got them this fancy water thing, but it makes a noise. See? Sometimes the like beeping when I turn it on scares them. So I always do it before they come inside. And it looks like tonight I haven't seen any cats. They must still be outside, which I hate. Especially in the winter time, just with it getting dark earlier. I wish they would like come inside when it gets dark, but they are wild kitty cats. I can only do so much. But I got the ice wraps on the one horse. Everybody is staring me down, waiting for me to basically what I do for the nighttime part. It's like 7:30. I will re-clean everybody's stalls because I like clean stalls. And then I will give everyone hay, extra hay for tonight. This guy has another meal that he eats at nighttime, so he's eating his meal right now. And then we'll redo waters, all that good stuff. Basically, what I do for every other thing. It's a me thing. A lot of places aren't this fanatic about like constantly cleaning and doing stuff like this, but I'm obsessive. It's a problem. While he eats his meal, I'm gonna get his stall cleaned. He's got his ice on his feet, and then we'll get everyone else done and ready for bedtime. Look at my little kitties. There has to be something up in the tree, because those two, Bumble and Bee, have been looking up. Something in the tree. Bunny, what are you looking at? You probably don't even know. I'm walking over. Got some ice boots. I'm gonna put this on this one horse and then give him some medication. For my computer, don't know if I'll count yarn or if I'll finish editing the video. I'm gonna get his ice boots on. Hello everybody. Good morning everybody. It's Carrie. We are back today for another update. It's the 9th. What is it, Friday? Guys, where's that Cynthia ever? She's like, guys, I have been not doing a good job. What I mean by that is I cannot complete a single plushie to save my life. Like, it's bad. I have like a box filled with like parts of Sonic the Hedgehog. First of all, when I originally made Sonic, I did felt eyes, and this time I was like, I'd rather do like sinker eyes, safety eyes, whatever. So I went on Amazon and bought them because I don't keep like oval eyes, if that makes sense. I just have like a lot of pieces for Sonic. I have a lot of pieces for this Snoopy. I'm not in love with this Snoopy, I'll be 100% honest. I don't know if it's because the original was made in acrylic. I'm using Honey Bunny, so it of course is thicker than acrylic. It's just not coming out 100% like I like it. But right now he is just held together by like little things. So I have the head done for him, and that's what I'm saying. The head is huge. Let me show you the body. Girl, can we talk about proportions? Like, I mean, I guess. So me and Snoopy are having some real serious beef up in here. Like, when I look at him, he just makes me so upset. I would like to chuck him at the wall, maybe give him a little bit damage, you know, but I've spent a lot of time making Snoopy. I can't bring myself to quite commit such a crime yet. He's just been sitting in my box because I have all of the pieces done. I'm not loving him. And one of the things with this Snoopy is he's supposed to be wearing like these sunglasses, right? And I made them, but I think I made them too small because I made them out of acrylic yarn. I need to get purple yarn that's like deep purple, which, you know, all I've talked about is how I want to get rid of all of this yarn I have and like work through things, and somehow I didn't have a single skein of dark purple yarn that was a similar size to Honey Bunny or Parfait. So I had to order it off of Amazon. Choice is more expensive. I just got one single skein because I really don't use dark purple that much. Like, I'm not as big of a dark purple fan, but I need it for something else as well. So I went ahead and ordered that, but Snoopy's he's gonna chill in there until I can get the like dark purple to finish the sunglasses, because I don't want to sew everything until I have like the sunglasses complete, just so I can make sure the vibes are there and it looks good. Me and Snoopy are beefing hard. And then I still have this Night Fury. Like I said, I can't tell. His eyes look symmetrical for the most part. Like, I think it's just me. Like, I can see where they're both on the, like, they're on the same round, but this one is just like the tiniest bit higher. But like, what the heck? You can't see it on camera. Yeah, maybe I am having one of my mental breakdowns every day. So since I have not fully committed to him yet, he has just been sitting in my box. So I have 3 plushies sitting in my box right now that are just like body part, and yeah, that might stay that way for a hot minute. I did technically get one plushie completed. Still have not worked on the unicorns. But I did technically get one plushie completed, and I'll show you it, but I'm not married to this plushie in terms of I might end up ripping these tentacles out again. And the tentacles aren't to the length that I would want them. I just kind of threw them on and was like, I'm not going to sit here and tie these suckers, and then because I am going to tie it because it feels like bliss, and that stuff unravels like it unravels quicker than my own sanity, you know? But this pattern right here, okay, here we go. This is a Little Mermaid, and this is a pattern by Coty Loops, I think is how you say it. I'm gonna be straight with y'all. This pattern is not for no beginner. I have made her patterns before, so I made her a really big turtle, and that pattern was quite complex. So I knew what I was getting myself into when I got asked to do this mermaid. And this is the mermaid. It has this little jellyfish top, right? I knew what I was getting myself into because her original pattern was a lot. This one was a lot. For some reason, her patterns in particular, I have read so many patterns. I have worked through pattern testing, patterns in like different languages. For whatever reason, her patterns sometimes truly make me feel like I do not know how to crochet. I don't know what it is. Like, I had to sit there and go, okay, I had to read one section like for 30 minutes and rip things out because I was like, what in the world is going on? And she has tons of pictures, tons of instructions, but like some things need a video. Like, for whatever reason, her patterns just consistently, I'm like, girl, have I never crocheted before? Because I don't understand. I've gone back and forth a couple times about these jellyfish tentacles, about what yarn you use for this. I've done like Elise, you know, Soft Plus. I didn't really like that. Then I tried some different colors. So right now she's in the partially finished stage because I put all these tentacles on. I didn't cut them exactly to the same size. Like I said, I'm not certain if I'm going to keep this, but I put everything on and I'm just going to let her chill out with me for a couple days so I can see if I like really do enjoy this tentacle look. For a pattern that requires this much work, it is quite small, being worked up in a size 4 yarn or 4, oh my gosh guys, parfait. No, this is mainly honey bunny, sorry. So it does work up quite small for being a honey bunny, but it has a lot of details. So I actually do have a second one I'm making of this, and the second one is purple themed. And like I said, I didn't have a dark enough purple, and the 2 shades of purple I have from Premiere and then Honey Bunny were like way too similar. You really couldn't see like any contrasting, you know, like this and everything. I will start the purple one when I get the skein in, supposedly today, and I'm hoping between this doesn't take up like too much yarn. I mean, the hat takes up more yarn just because there's a lot of like color changing and all that type stuff, but I think that between this, the other guy, like I'm gonna have purple probably left over, so I'll have to find something to do with it. But yeah, I want to show you this because this is pretty much the only thing that I have like truly completed. Everything else is just chaos and a whole lot of parts, and luckily like once I can get the finishing pieces for some of these things, then I'll be able to finish them, but it's killing me. So on the radar today that I will probably end up working on this morning is I have kind of started, I've got 3 limbs for this dragon, and this is the dragon by Snuggle Beans. I have made this dragon once, yeah, once I believe before. So I've got the 3 legs made, I gotta still make another, and then body, all that type stuff. I haven't painted the eyes, but I think I'm gonna be using a similar eye to the one that I used before, which is like red, black, gold, just because pretty much everything, like the body, the head, everything's gonna be red, and then all of the accent colors are going to be black. So I figured red, black, gold would be totally fine for that. But I think that's my plan today. I'm gonna work on that guy, the dragon. I still won't be able to get him completed because I don't got them dang eyes painted, but at least I can make progress on it. I'm at this point with the plushies that I still need to do where just everything is big. I kind of wanted to knock out a lot of small things first. Like I still got to finish up the pink unicorn, but like I said, I think I'm gonna have to remake it because I don't know, maybe that yarn is thinner. I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to remake it because that size is so different. So I have that small thing, and then I have like a little rooster. And then besides that, everything else is just like big, complex pieces. And my attention span, or like my want to sit down and crochet something, the exact same thing all day long, gone. It's not there. So that's where I started to like get all these like random pieces, because I'm not gonna sit there and crochet the exact same thing all day long. You are out of your mind. Dragon's on today. That's the plan. I'm gonna get started on him, and then I also wanted to come on here and say, well, technically by the time this video comes out, I don't know if it will still be open. It might, if I can actually like edit it in time. I have a giveaway open on Instagram for Knotty Pony and TPS. So I'm doing safety eyes, yarn, and patterns now that I have patterns. So I've got that going on. And then as well, I decided to open up a Patreon. Like, I already had a Patreon, but I decided to open up tiers on the Patreon for safety eyes. And this all goes back to the comments that I made in my 2026 goals video. Are you interested in getting monthly safety eyes for your adorable handmade crochet plushies? Then I have the perfect solution for you. I just recently opened up on my Patreon 2 different tiers that every single month you get safety eyes. This is perfect for everyone out there who's a maker, who wants Patreon exclusive eyes, and I hand paint them all myself. Everyone who joins the Patreon and the tiers directly helps support me, helps support all of my dreams and all of my goals for 2026. One of my favorite things is having the hand painted safety eyes for my plushies personally, because I cannot tell you the amount of times where people will buy a plushie because of the eyes. So if you're interested in joining the Patreon tiers, you guys can find them right here. Like I said, you get monthly safety eyes. There's an option for either 1 pair, or there's an option for 3 pairs. And I want to thank you guys so much for everything, and so much for all of your support. Where I've talked about how I kind of want to get away from having to do so many markets, or just putting myself in these positions where like I have to do insane things to create money. I would rather try and figure out like set things that I can do to just establish monthly income for the business. And I decided that I would give this a shot. I will say thank you guys so much. I already had 2 people sign up, and that means the world to me. And pretty much what I think I'm gonna do is like the eyes that are gonna be offered on Patreon and everything for this will be like exclusive to Patreon, probably for like that month, and then probably like a month after or something. And then I might add them to the website, or I just might not and just leave it for that. There's 2 tiers. There's one tier that's just a single pair of 30mm eyes, and then the second tier is a pair of 20, a pair of 25, and then a pair of 30. Because I know some people like to have like variety. Like I have a lot of people, when I've had orders, I have ordered like 20, 25, 30, like just variety. So I wanted to do that for the Patreon tier as well. But if you guys are interested, you can find that on my Patreon. Super excited to offer it. It gives me a really good excuse to like make some really fun eyes. Also buy so much more glitter. I have bought so much, because I feel like when I make eyes for like my own personal projects or stuff like that, I really get to do like some cool fun eyes, versus the eyes that I kind of offer on my website and whatnot are just kind of like good eyes. Like they're pretty and everything, but I try and like think of like common colors, things like that, nothing too crazy. But when I get to make fun eyes, or like eyes for myself, or like for the Patreon, I can really play around with it and do some really cool eyes. So I'm really excited to be doing it. I don't know what January's theme is gonna be. I think it might be like kind of winter wonderland theme. I don't know. I gotta sit down and look at my glitters. But there are some very cool eyes. I cannot wait to paint. Some of the colors I've done before for like my personal projects, and they have just been stunning. I am so excited. But guys, I'm gonna head downstairs. I'm gonna get to work because it's almost 9 o'clock. Get something to eat, and then we're gonna see what we can get done today. It is supposed to rain like crazy today, so I already kind of know that my horses will not be going outside tomorrow. So I'll probably have time to work on like the Patreon eyes and kind of get the drafts figured out for them. And then as well, I'm working through an order that I have for safety eyes, so I'll have plenty of time to paint with everything going on. But I wanted to give you guys this update, and I'll see you in the next update. Well, good morning everybody. It's raining. Girl, I hate rain. More like, girl, why can't it rain after 12 p.m. every day? Like, if I could do some type of like shaman ritual to kind of like get the rain to rain after my horses could go outside, I'd really appreciate it. And it's getting low-key windy out there. Suspicious. But it is currently raining. So basically what happens, if you guys don't know, when we have like raining, storming days, like I think we're actually supposed to have thunderstorms, which is insane. It's like 60, almost 70 degrees outside. And I keep getting all these like Facebook memories. If you guys don't have Facebook, I literally just like my Facebook just because I like to look at my memories that I share every year. I'm looking at my memories this morning, and like last year, today was when it was like snowing and we had so much ice. Like I remember the ice was a bigger deal last year, and like literally today it is like 70 degrees and still thunderstorming. I don't know what is up with the weather. But basically when it like storms and rains like this, especially since it basically started raining at like 1 yesterday afternoon and it hasn't stopped, and it's like 8:30 right in the morning. So it's just been raining all night, all day yesterday basically. I don't let my horses outside because the reality is I think we've already had like 2 inches of rain, I want to say. I've been looking at my phone. So far today we've had like 1.2 inches of rain, and we haven't even gotten into like the thunderstorm part of today, like the really bad storms. And then I want to say yesterday, I have a really fancy weather system. I'm obsessed with the weather. Yesterday we had 1 inch of rain. So yeah, we've had over 2 inches of rain, and like I can't math right now. It's been over 12 hours. The ground is like super wet. Like so wet, and I was not about to let my horses outside this morning. And first of all, my horses do not like to be outside in the rain. If it's kind of like showering, misting, I can kind of convince them to go outside for a couple hours and then they're just like done. Especially if it's cold rain or like now it's getting windy. Done. They do not like to be outside in that. And because it's been raining all night, I was like, girl, I ain't even trying. My luck, when I first opened my barn, I used to try and like put my horses out all the time. I wouldn't want to leave them inside, and there is nothing quite like putting a horse outside, the horse taking off because they don't really want to be outside. Like they're kind of pissed to be outside, and then the ground's wet, it's raining, all that type of stuff, and then the horse hits the corner, turns sharp, and then you just watch in like slow-mo the horse flip. I can't tell you how many times I saw that happen, and I will be honest, a majority of the time it was Sloan who did that. Like he would hit the wall and then just go like on his side, and I would be at the gate like literally peeing my pants because I was like, oh my gosh, did he just like break his neck or something? And you know, I've gotten a little older. Yeah, my horses don't really want to be outside, so I'm like, girl, I don't need that trauma. Let's just not. This is just not. They're currently inside. When I have days like this where it's raining, I just come up here into the yarn room and do things up here all day because I really don't need to be like downstairs and stuff because I don't have to sit there and like watch them outside and make certain everything's fine. I'll probably go over to my barn because I've already like cleaned it and everything. 10:30, 11 o'clock to do lunch, and then I do have a Knotty pony order that I need to pack just because of the fact that, like, let me show you guys. The heavy like thunderstorms like that is supposed to come in at like around 11:30, and honestly I got no desire to be outside. I mean, look at this. Girl, it's been doing that all day. I'm so done with it. But I got no desire to be in my barn and getting stuck over there when it's pouring down rain. Basically what I ended up doing last night, I was gonna paint eyes, and then my phone has been having problems, guys. I shattered I kind of like, you can see right there, but it's like all cracked. My short form videos are a little crazy right now because like I'm reflecting everywhere. It's like, girl, am I a mirage? Like, I thought I was kind of like on something the other day, and I was like, no, it's just my phone's cracked. I yesterday was trying to record this video, and then I was trying to edit, and then my CapCut was like fighting me. So by the time I got everything figured out, it was like 9 o'clock, and I was like, ugh, girl, I'm not even gonna try and paint eyes. So I did not paint eyes yesterday. Girl, it's like really coming down now. I feel like you guys could probably hear it. My mom was like texting me like, let the dogs out. Girl, I'm gonna record this just for her. Because she was like, let the dogs out. It's not raining. It's like downpouring right now. But so I ended up deciding to crochet because by the time I was like, I don't want to stay up. Like, I'm trying to be really good about going to bed by 10:40. So I knew if I started painting eyes, I'd be in bed by like freaking midnight or something. But yesterday I got pretty much most of the pieces done for Darth the dragon. Really the only thing I need to do is paint the eyes so I can actually... Girl, my barn is gonna be in disarray. But I just need to paint the eyes so I can like assemble everything. I got pretty much most of the head like crocheted. She wouldn't believe me. Oh. Don't you love it when it's like pouring that? Hola. Hello? Like I was saying, I got most of the pieces done for Darth. And then I did get in this yarn. Girl, tell me why. Tell me why. Is Premier Parfait Chunking getting skinnier? Because I swear it is. I swear this yarn is getting thinner and thinner and thinner. And I used Honey Bunny for the body of this guy, so I'm a little worried that we're gonna have a size difference. We are definitely gonna have a size difference because... Girl, what the heck is going on outside? Parfait Chunking and Honey Bunny are not the same size anymore. Like, am I in a freaking hailstorm or something? We must be on the edge of a thunderstorm because it's doing like that thing you guys know where it's like you hear the wind, and I can hear the wind and I can see the trees, and it's getting darker and darker by the second. And good lordy, the rain is like going sideways. Whoa, it's getting dark. Last night, I decided to start working on the jellyfish cap. And I also decided to start working on the Gengar. Yeah, I've got like 8 plushies going on right now. And I cannot commit to finishing one. So I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna work on the mermaid cap and then maybe do the Gengar. This particular skein of Sweet Snuggles Light is so deceiving. She is deceptive. She is a liar. She would try and steal your money. Like, because it looks so soft, but it's so not soft to crochet with. This is like the 3rd skein recently that I've worked with Sweet Snuggles Light that has been this way, that like you would think it's soft because it is soft to like maybe touch it, but to actually like crochet with it, oh lordy. Oh. So it's bringing me a lot of pain to crochet with it, but I gotta commit. That's like my last skein of that purple, and I gotta make this Gengar. I'm gonna admire the rain and contemplate how much flooding is going on in my barn right now. And I'll check in with you guys later. Everybody, I'm checking back on. Partially because I have some really exciting things for me, for moi. Okay. So, I think I showed you this earlier, right, mermaid? I am working on the hair for the purple one. Here's what we have for the purple one right now. No face shaping. Yada. But guys, I have to show you this. You guys know I like my model horses. I'm getting back into model horses, mainly because I have dark humor, guys, so please don't be concerned when I say this. They can't die. Given the fact that all of my horses have tried to croak on me or have croaked on me, I feel like I should get a hobby that requires non-living creatures. That's what this is. So I want to show you guys this absolutely stunning horse that I got. And I was so worried, guys, because this horse actually is from Russia. I have this horse from Russia and I have a second one that's coming from Russia. If you think shipping is hard, try to ship something from Russia because you have to go through middle people, and I had to ship it all the way to the UK, and then somebody from the UK and like Britain and everything had to ship it to me. Insane. It was crazy. He arrived. Honestly, my shipping showed me that this guy was not supposed to come for a while and he was lost. And then the other one was supposed to be here and I don't have it. So I got no clue where the second one is. I did get this guy and oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. This is actually insane. Insane that somebody painted this. I feel like even if you are not a model horse person, I feel like you can appreciate the level of artistry that goes into a piece like this. Look at this. I hope my camera. All of those are individually hand painted pieces of hair. This is actually probably like the best one I have in my collection right now. It's insane. Look at this. Insane. Like this is generally a work of art. This is like not even a model horse. This is like art. Yeah, I'm in love. Like I have been waiting for this guy to show up for so long and I'm just amazed. Like even the small details, look at this. That's crazy. And look at his little feet. Like this is insane. As somebody who wants to get back into painting and does a little bit of painting, like I just know that this probably took weeks to accomplish. So the fact that I have the opportunity to have this in my collection, insane to me. But I want to come on here and show you guys. I know that this is not crochet and I know that this is nothing that you guys are quite expecting, but I do get people who want to know a little bit more about me. And this is one of those things that's about me, that I really enjoy this. And I'm actually going to be attending an event in February, I think on Valentine's Day. And if you guys are interested in me recording that, let me know, because it's definitely a whole different world. But I'm going to be attending basically, I don't know how to explain this. I guess you would say like a model show. It sounds weird, trust me, I know. But basically it's where you get to bring all these beautiful ponies, kind of like they get judged on like the artwork, the skill and everything to complete a piece, and you get ribbons and pretty fun things and win prizes. And I was like, yeah, girl. When I saw this guy show up, I was like, girl, we are booking that ticket. If you guys are interested in seeing that, I mean, it's totally out there, but I could definitely vlog it because I'll be going by myself and it's just a day spent with lots of pretty things, talking to people who have a similar hobby to me, and potentially maybe I'll buy something because I can't stop, won't stop. But yeah, amazed. Like I literally cannot believe that I own this right now. Like this would be a major piece. And look at the face. And the fun thing is, so this is a resin. As you guys know, I mainly collect resin horses, so solid cast. This isn't plastic. The fun thing is the person who actually painted this is the original person who sculpted this model. That just makes this model even more special, that like the person who painted it sculpted it originally, and then as well compared to the original model that was she sculpted and then sold the copies of, she also did a lot of customization. So he has like a brand new mane she sculpted on him. The forelock is different, the tail I think is also different, might be different, but I definitely know this part of it is completely sculpted by her. I think it's even like more mind-blowing that I have a piece that is literally by the person who originally sculpted them, like the person who painted. That's just, you don't really get that often. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, I have an artist copy, one of a kind, completely custom piece. It's insane. So right now he's living on my shelf back there. He might need to go in my cabinet. But I wanted to show you guys this. Like I said, I know this is not crochet. I know it's not anything like that, but it is something that does bring me joy and makes me really happy. And I'm so happy to have him. It's just stunning. I just want to look at him all day long. Gorgeous. But I'm getting ready to go over to the barn to go ice the pony's feet, and I probably will check in with you guys later and see what we can get done. My opinion is probably not too much because I honestly think when I come inside, I'm gonna paint eyes. So maybe I'll be able to get that one eye order done, and then the eyes that I need to get painted for the dragon to complete him. And I just have a lot of random parts like I said earlier. But I'll check in with you guys later. Guys, please, I know about the split screen. I'm getting a new phone saver today, so hopefully we can fix the crack. But I am doing my barn. Oh my gosh, I like the crack. It adds layers. But gotta get my sign up because we got about 3.5 inches last night, and then you know how it's like, oh man, it's so warm, whatever, 70 degrees. It's like 36 with 20 to 30 mile per hour winds. Wow, look at that glare. Nice blue sky today. Ponies are really ready to come in, but we have to get Freya and 2 Bits their lunch. And you can always tell, winter time, it rains and everything turns to mud. So this is 2 Bits lunch. We're gonna add a little bit of this extra. He already has some, but this is just really finely chopped up hay. Some more water. Hydration is key, especially with an older horse. Okay. Let's see. 2 Bitty, you're all wet from yesterday. Watch out. Here we go. There's your food. He's got 3 food options. But 2 Bits is one of our older guys. He's about 30 something, so as much food as you can eat, man. And then Freya, my spoiled princess, she doesn't really need a meal, but you can't give someone else food and not give Freya food. So we'll get some hay, put this special hay right there. Princess, watch out. Throw it back. Be a good girl. Ooh, it's so cold now. And then my mom called me. She usually helps me bring in, just like she cleans the pastures when I bring in, and said that she got hit when she was driving. Luckily nothing bad. They just hit her mirror, which she has like a 350 or whatever truck, so that mirror is crazy. It probably left some damage on the other car. But I'm gonna go ahead, get the ponies inside because they're not happy with all this crazy wind. Right? You're ready to go in. I know. Let me get you in, babe. Well, good afternoon, everybody. I'm on here today to basically record the ending of this video, which I've already recorded once. So thank you so much to my camera for delaying everything. At some point in time, I'm gonna get a new camera this year. I'm just trying to decide if I want to do the DJ whatever fancy schmancy camera, or if I want to do like a Canon camera and get like a legit camera. That way, in case if I wanted to do more like outside stuff, it's a better quality. Gary doesn't know. But I want to come on here and update you guys. This is the last update I'm going to be doing for this particular vlog. Now, I did get all of my safety eyes painted for the one order. They're all in my room over there, and I haven't cleaned them up, so I'm not going to show those. I'll show that in the next vlog, probably, because I'm going to get them shipped out tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow is Monday. And I've got a couple orders of Knotty ponies, so when I go over to pack the Knotty pony, I'll bring the eyes over, all that good stuff. I was able to complete this dart whatever, the dragon, then one of the splooting ones, and I painted these eyes right here. I think they're so beautiful. I've done them before. They're kind of like red, gold, black, and then I think they have some like slight hints of like blue. This will probably end up being an eye that I might offer on my Patreon at some point. I'm not certain what Patreon's eyes will be. I'm waiting to see if I can get this one particular glitter in this like in the next week. I know at some point, probably next month at least, we'll be doing a galaxy. Like that will be the theme for Patreon's eyes, and I'm so excited. So you can't get these eyes on my website currently right now. Like I said, if I do decide to end up doing it for the Patreon groups, I'll probably keep it on the Patreon and then decide if it goes to my website at some point, but priority will be given mainly to Patreon right now. So we got this guy. They wanted red with all black accents. And then I was able to luckily finish up 2 plushies tonight. So I think I had told you guys I had the pink mermaid done. And then tonight I was able to finish up the purple mermaid. Woo! So I got both the mermaids done. So I did end up using the Feels Like Bliss for them. What I ended up doing, this one has shorter tentacles than this one. But what I ended up doing is, because Feels Like Bliss, if you've never worked with Feels Like Bliss, unravels like no other. It just unravels all the time. So once I kind of decided what length I wanted it to be, I just ended up knotting the ends of each strand of yarn because I feel like that's gonna be my best option to stop it. Like even if it unravels at the bottom, it's got the knot and everything. I was able to get these guys done. I'm super excited because that's just like another thing off my list, and I've been able to complete 3 things today. That's decent progress if we're being honest. I still have a lot of things to do for the list and everything, but luckily I was able to get in some of those things that I needed to get in to complete them. Like I got Sonic's eyes in, I got the purple yarn to be able to make the sunglasses for Snoopy. I'm still undecided about what I'm gonna exactly do for the Toothless, if I'm gonna remake it. I still don't know. I've got pieces to be able to make or finish a couple more plushies, and we're just at that point where everything is really big, and so there's not really a quick turnaround. As aggravating as it is, it's just everything's taking a little bit more time, but that's just how it is when you crochet really big pieces, and if they have a lot of sewing and details, which yeah, these guys all have that. But I wanted to come on here, I wanted to update you guys, I want to show you guys what I just recently finished, and because of the fact that it is pretty late, and because of the fact that my camera battery is like on 1, I'm gonna keep this short and sweet. But if you guys enjoyed the video this week, please let me know. So what I'm kind of thinking maybe going forward is like maybe on Friday I'll do like a sit down easy video for me to record, and then maybe I'll do like a vlog on like Monday or Tuesday. That way I can kind of vlog over the entirety of the week. Let me know if you guys like that. It's kind of what I did this past week and everything. I would have had more videos like outside, but like I said, my phone, that front side, I think a crack goes directly over the camera. So I think that's why I was getting those like weird mirage images. But I did get the new screensaver. I'm hoping once I take this one off that it is just the screensaver that's cracked and not the front of my camera. I've already had to fix the back of this camera like 4 times. Prefer not to fix the front. But let me know if you guys enjoyed that. And then I should, by the time I upload this, there should still be a little time left on the Traveling Pony Studios giveaway if you are interested. And then as well, I still have some spots on my Patreon safety eye tiers. I do have a restriction on how many people can join the tiers just so I can keep it reasonable and make certain that I can get everything out every single month. But I do still have some spots there. And of course, if you guys are looking for yarn, make sure to check out Knotty Pony. You can find my kind of base collection of safety eyes on my website as well under Traveling Pony Studios. And I think that's all I have for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!